Welcome students, I am Dr. Kim Rodriguez, Assistant Professor in Botany at Kamal College of Arts, Science and Commerce for Women, Nouveau Goa. Today I will be teaching Rhizobium as biofertilizer for third year BSc Botany Semester 6 students. Course code BOD 104, course title Biofertilizers. The title of the unit is Unit 2 Symbiotic Nitrogen Fixing Microbes. Module name Rhizobium as Biofertilizer 1. The module outline is root nodule symbiosis, isolation, identification and mass multiplication of rhizobium. The learning outcomes of the module are: describes the root nodule symbiosis, explains the isolation, identification and mass multiplication of rhizobium. Root nodule symbiosis. Rhizobia are gram-negative aerobic rod-shaped soil bacteria that fix nitrogen after becoming established inside the root nodules of legumes. They belong to different genera such as Rhizobium, Azorhizobium, Bradyrhizobium, Photorhizobium and Cynorhizobium. There are a number of different species and varieties of these rhizobia which infect specific leguminous host plants. Rhizobium leguminosarum is most common and well known. It commonly infects bean, pea and clover. Rhizobia occur as free living organisms in soil before infecting respective host plants to form root nodules, which are usually formed under nitrogen limited conditions. Separate host specific genes and rhizobial specific genes are involved in nodule formation. Host plant genes are called as nodulin or nod genes. Rhizobial genes are called as nodulation or nod genes. Nod factors produced by rhizobia act as signals for symbiosis. In this image, we can see the formation of root nodules. Rhizobia migrate and accumulate in soil near the roots of the legume plant in response to the secretion of certain chemicals such as flavonoids and betaines by the roots. Root hairs produce specific sugar binding proteins called lectins. Lectins are activated by nod factors to facilitate the attachment of rhizobia to the root hairs, whose tips in turn become curved. Rhizobia now secrete enzymes which degrade the cell walls of root hairs at the point of their attachment for the entry into the root hair. From root hairs, the rhizobia enter into the cells of inner layers of cortex through infection threads. Rhizobia continue to multiply inside infection thread and are released into cortical cells in large numbers, where they cause cortical cells to multiply and ultimately result in the formation of nodules on the upper surface of the roots. After they are released into the cortical cells, the rhizobia stop dividing and enlarge. The enlarged groups of rhizobia are called as bacteroids. The nitrogen is fixed in the nodules with the help of the enzyme nitrogenase, which is found inside these bacteroids. The nodule has its own vascular system, which is connected with vascular system of the root to facilitate transfer of fixed nitrogen to the host and carbohydrates and other nutrients from the host to the bacteroids. Once the legume dies, the nodule breaks down and releases the rhizobia back into the soil, where they can live individually or reinfect a new legume host. In this image, we can see the root nodules on soybean. Isolation of rhizobium. Leguminous plant is carefully uprooted from the soil. Root system is washed with running water to remove soil particles. Healthy, firm, undamaged pink colored root nodules are selected visually and excised. Root nodules are then surface sterilized by immersing in 0.1% potassium chloride or acidified mercuric chloride or sodium hypochlorite solution for 5 minutes. Sterilized root nodules are then washed 5 to 6 times with distilled water. Root nodules are once again sterilized by immersing in 90% ethyl alcohol for 10 seconds. Root nodules are then repeatedly washed with distilled water. The root nodules are then crushed gently in small amount of distilled water using mortar and pestle to get a suspension. The suspension is diluted and inoculated or streaked onto YEMA medium. The culture plates are incubated at 28 to 30 degrees Celsius for about 4 to 10 days. Rhizobial cells form gummy colonies on the medium, which are wide, translucent, glistening, circular, entire, raised, and convex. Identification of rhizobium. Rhizobial colonies can be identified by the following tests. CR-YAMA test. Congo red dye is mixed with YAMA medium to prepare CR-YAMA medium. Bacterial colonies on the YAMA medium are streaked on CR-YAMA medium, and the Petri plates are incubated at 28 degrees Celsius for 5 to 7 days. Rhizobial cells form wide, circular, entire, raised, convex colonies. Microscopic observation. Bacterial colonies growing on CR-YAMA medium or extracted bacterial cells are spread uniformly on a slide. They are allowed to air dry, heat fixed, and stain with carbol fusion for 10 to 12 seconds. Washed, blotted dry, and observed under oil immersion lens of microscope. Rhizobial cells contain refractive granules which are made up of beta polyhydroxybutyrate (BHB), which appear as stained objects. Glucose peptone agar test. This is the confirmative test to test the purity of rhizobial colonies. Rhizobial colonies are streaked on YAMA medium and a master plate is made. Colonies on the master plate are transferred to GPA medium by replica plating. Rhizobium cannot grow on the GPA medium. Colonies on the master plate that fail to grow on the replica plate are pure rhizobial colonies. Nodulation test. Same species of legume from which rhizobia were isolated is grown in sterile soil. Nutrient solution that lacks nitrogen source is supplied. Each pure rhizobial colony is then inoculated near the root of legume. After 3 or 4 weeks, the plants are carefully uprooted and visualized for root nodules. Mass multiplication of rhizobium. For establishment of the starter culture of rhizobium, pure rhizobial colony is transferred to a flask containing sterilized YAM broth. The flask is kept on a rotary shaker system in a constant temperature room at 28 degrees Celsius. Pure culture of rhizobium appears within a week. This is the starter culture or mother culture. A starter culture is frequently subcultured for maintaining it for a long time. Rhizobium is mass cultured in large bioreactors. YAM broth or sucrose mannitol medium is used with a pH of 6.5 to 7. 1 liter of starter culture for 100 liters of medium is inoculated into the bioreactor. The temperature is maintained at 28 degrees Celsius. Sterile air is continuously supplied and the broth is continuously stirred by a stirrer system. Fresh medium is supplied at regular intervals of 24 hours. Active population of rhizobia is produced within 3 to 6 days of incubation. For measuring cell counts in broth, cell counting using serial dilution plate method is done at regular intervals to assess the growth rate of rhizobium. Having reached 10⁸ to 10⁹ cells per ml, the broth is harvested to use as inoculant. So to summarize, rhizobium is a gram-negative aerobic rod-shaped soil bacterium that fixes nitrogen after becoming established inside the root nodules of legumes. Rhizobium is usually isolated from root nodules of a selective leguminous plant. YAMA medium or yeast extract mannitol agar medium is suitable for the growth of rhizobium. Rhizobial colonies are identified from the culture by CR-YAMA test, microscopic observation, GPA test and nodulation test. Rhizobium is mass cultured in large bioreactors to prepare inoculant. These are some of the references. Thank you.